Once upon a time, in the middle of a forest, lived a woodsmith. He had a son, and his wife died when giving birth to him. The son grew up, and he was used to not having any friends or anyone around except he had his father. And him and his father had a lot of fun. They had a lot of bonding. He taught him how to live off the land, grow a garden, survive the winters with all their supplies. But each month they would go down to the town, sell what wood they had carried in a wagon, and then bring up any supplies they would need for the rest of the month. They did this all the months that there were no snow, because they wouldn't be able to get down the mountain during the snow. The years passed, and the boy became a man. He was in his 20s when his father grew ill, and he had no idea how to help him. The father, laying on his deathbed, told the son, "Find a woman that you really love and never let go of them. Do anything they ask. This is a lonely life, and I don't want the same for you." So the father died, and a few years passed as the boy, now a man, kept doing the same thing like he and his father did, but he realized, yeah, this is very lonely without my father. So one of the months before the snow came, he goes down to the town, and as he's traveling down the mountain with his cart full of wood, he sees a few foxes running around and having fun with each other, and he thought, I wish I had friends or someone to be with like that. So he gets down to the town and he exchanges the wood for some money and goes and buys supplies for the rest of the winter. And he comes back, and as he's getting closer and closer to his cottage, he sees smoke coming down the chimney. And he's like, did I leave the fire going? Is my house being burnt? And so he runs in and finds a beautiful woman standing by the fireplace. She had long, gorgeous red hair, and it was like something out of a dream. He's like, who are you? And she said, my fox friends told me that you were lonely, so I decided to come and be your wife. And he was ecstatic, like someone wanted to be with him. And before he could say anything, she said, the only condition is you may not touch my hide that is hanging on the door. And he looks over, and sure enough, there is a fox hide hiding in his door. A fox hide hanging on his door. He said, that's fine with me. It's not like we don't have hides, as he had hunted and used the furs for blankets and stuff. So the days pass, and he's enjoying the company of his wife, and they're cuddling by the fireplace, but he just notices the horrible, horrible stench, and you realize it's coming from the hide. He asks the woman, like, are you sure we can't put it outside or something? It's starting to smell. And she's like, no. It has to stay there. So weeks and more weeks pass, and the stench is growing heavier and heavier, but he loves his wife. He doesn't want her to leave. He finally has company, but the smell is getting worse and worse. He asks again, are you sure we can't put it outside? She said, no, it's mine. It has to be there. So the snow begins to melt, and the temperature outside begins to get a little hotter, and so the inside of the cottage is getting warmer, and the stench is growing. He's like, I can't take this anymore. So one night, while she is sleeping, he goes and grabs the hide and takes it in the middle of the forest and buries it where she'll never find it. And as he comes back and opens the door to his cottage, he sees she's gone. So that's the Fox Bride. It's a fable they think probably came from Japan, but I'm not quite sure. It's a very, very old tale. So I hope you enjoyed my telling of it. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you like these stories in my mythology videos, don't forget to check out my Patreon to just help pledge a little bit in the finances for getting books and supplies for that. I also have books, so check my website below. And so I hope you enjoy, and until next time.